Alright, welcome back. I'm still doing the Heroes Challenge on Dota 2. It took me a little longer than usual, but guess what, guys? I got done with the second row.
Yeah, boy.
It took me longer than I expected because certain heroes kind of, pissed me off. So, overall, it took me a long time. I got it done, so I'll just try and, guys, show you how it goes. I can show you my rage level between, 1 and 100. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and let's start with the heroes. Alright, guys, so the second row of the Heroes Challenge on Dota 2, you start off actually with
Storm Spirit has arrived.
But besides that, and for you guys, is like I'm not a Dota master, but for me trying them out and giving you my points of view, take it how you go. I like him. He's pretty cool. I like his ability. His static grappling is pretty awesome. It's like he does like a copy of. You feel like he was a ninja. He does like a little ninjutsu stuff. And it does damage to actually enemy creeps, or it does to heroes. It does damages, it hits them. But what's actually pretty awesome I like about it is that once you use it and it hits an enemy, you get an extra attack. And that attack you use with the ability called Overload. Overload is like a passive, so it's always something that's going to have on him. So every time you use Static Gremlin, you have that Overload right after if it hits a creep or it hits a hero. So what it means is the next attack that he does, he will throw like a little ball of lightning at that person. You can either be a creep or it could be a hero, but mostly I think you should use it on a hero because what it does is once he hits you, it does extra damage and it slows the person down. So anyone that's running away from you, you can slow them down from running away from you. And what makes it even better is that once you hit them with the overload, you can give them with the electric vortex. So it's basically is that it roots you in the spot or drags them towards you, and you can take advantage of that attack. But mostly, if once you get over the, you combine all that technique together, you kind of use a level 6. I like using his level 6 move, and his move is level 6. It's that electric ball. Honestly, I'm obsessed with that. I was really obsessed with the goddamn thing. The only downside of that is that it drains your mana like hell. Because the further you go, the more mana you waste. But overall, I felt like I was like Blanca from Street Fighter. Every time I just took advantage, just going crazy. Anywhere I go, you can see in the map. But like I said, it's the cost of your mana. And when that happened, I kind of used, basically, I was using elements to kind of give your mana regeneration up faster. So I will always constantly be having my mana charging every time I stop using the ball lightning. Electric ball. Lightning and ball lightning is called. But I liked him. I really did like him. It took me a while to get used to him. But overall, like, I used him as mostly in between. Not like a heavy core hero. I used him more like a semi-support. But at the same time, building items to kind of for the late game. So mostly if I was helping out most of like the hard carries. So like, like Void or Druid or anyone that's like are carrying real hard, stuff like that. I helped them out, and towards the end, I kind of like, start building stuff for me so I get stronger and I can take enemy heroes down faster with abilities. But overall, I have nothing to complain. Out of the 17 heroes that I use, he's one of them. Be like, hey, cool. I don't mind using him again because I feel like I want to learn more what I could do with him. Just for me, just trying him a couple of matches and filling him out. Yeah, I lost some matches I won, but I used him more to get used to it. I liked him a lot. He was pretty fun to use. So that wraps it up with Storm Spirit. I got nothing else to say, but it's a character. What am I using again? But let's transition over to actually Spirit Breaker. Actually, he's one of the funnest characters to use. I really like him a lot since I started playing Dota 2 when it started out. All because I like how his design is. It's a freaking looks like a looks like a dog, demon dog or something, but it's pretty cool. I like all his abilities. There's a couple of abilities I didn't care for too much, but I like his charge of darkness. It literally looks like he's like a train. He goes through everything. Hits creeps, hits anything he just goes through. He don't give a damn. He don't give a shit about anything. He just goes straight through everyone. And that move I love using it. I don't know why, but I love that because it's like he's just going and he hits that person hard. It stuns him for a bit, but it overall is pretty cool. And then it gets stronger as it goes once you level up higher. I think that if you give it, what's that rod called? The Aegis rod, it gets even stronger. So that's pretty cool. And I don't know. I always like using that move a lot. And then it comes his bulldozer. I usually leave that for last because when it just only gives it like resistance to stun. to stun and all that crap. But I didn't care for that so much. I just leveled up once, and then towards after I get everything maxed out with the Charge of Darkness and the other ability, it's a passive ability that's coming up. It's called actually the Greater Bash. So that's a stun move. So I usually max that one out, the Charge of Darkness, and then lastly will be the Bulldozer one. The Great Basher is just like Void. Void's one of my favorite heroes in the game. That's some character I wouldn't mind maining a lot and getting buried with him. But that's besides the point, and that's me going off, a different hero. But the reason why I use that is because the Great Bash, because it stuns a person and it does a little bit more damage to it. I maxed that out and all that stuff. It's awesome. I like that. And his lastly ability, he got to level 6 ability. It's called the Nether Realm. Dude, I love that too, man. It's just like when you charge him with the Charge of Darkness and you hit up with the Nether Realm strike. Oh, man, it's pretty awesome. It's like you hear him yelling like a crazy maniac in the whole map. Like, if you're playing it, if you just like have the headphones on and you're playing it, and I don't know, we hear whoop, and he just dashing out. You know he's hitting someone. You don't know who, but he's hitting someone. And once he hits, gets a stun attack. You can hit him once or twice, and then you can substitute it next to with another strike, and it does another damage stun too. So that's pretty cool. I like doing those a lot because honestly, that Charge of Darkness, I'm obsessed with that move. But those are pretty cool. Also, there's an extra ability that you get if you get the shard pieces. So that gives you. It's called the Planet Pocket. It basically gives them like what protects them from not getting hurt or something like that. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't used it too much, but that only works when you use the Nether Strike. So take it as you go. But overall, I think he's like a Storm Spirit and the Spirit Breaker. They're really fun characters to use. I like them a lot. I don't hate on them. I don't hate anything about them. It's just like it's just learning the ropes. Honestly, half of this stuff I've been playing, I've been trying to wing it with my head and just trying to do certain stuff. There's certain characters, yes, I did use some secret arts of learning certain stuff with certain people, but most of them I try to do it on my own and kind of see how I can do it. With him, I wanted to go off with increase the crit boost hit rate on the Great Basher so I could use it more often. So I was trying to build speed and crit power so I could kind of get that using more than once. But overall, I don't know too much about him. I don't know how to use him. I'm still in the learning process. Like as doing this hero challenge to kind of see more heroes that I like to use more often. Besides, the common people that everyone probably likes to use. I don't know if you guys know. I love using Void. Next one be the Druid Ranger. He was fun to use. Sniper, but Sniper I don't really care for too much after a while because everyone uses it. Phantom Assassin I like using. I like Legion Commander and Husker. Husker's pretty cool. Zeus is another one. Those are characters that kind of everyone likes to use mostly, and everyone uses them a lot. And I kind of want to divert it from all that area and try to actually use different heroes. So I try to learn by myself and see if I can learn something new with them or do something different or kind of get something kind of similar to this style. But if worst comes to worst, I always got to go to my secret book of arts so I can learn something from them. And I'll go from there. For anything more but what I can say about the Spirit Breaker, I got nothing else to say besides he's a good character. He's a good hero. He's a hero that I actually wouldn't mind using more and getting better. Because doing this hero challenge, I'm just learning the characters, how they are, how I feel, how I should use them. But learning more in depth into the counters, what works against, what they're really strong again with them. I'm not 100% with that yet. So I'm still learning as I'm going, and that's something I'm trying to get into. I might make videos of it too. So that way I can show you guys that I'm actually trying to learn and get better at this game. I don't talk to a lot of people in the community. I'm still kind of like introvert type of way that I can't talk. I'm getting nervous talking to people. But overall, I'm still trying to get better at this game. It's awesome. I really like this game. But let's jump onto here. I'm getting sidetracked. Let's jump to the next hero. So before we continue with the rest of the heroes, I just got to give you guys a heads up. When I was recording all these heroes, I actually messed up on 9 videos. So Darkseeker, Leesrak, Linda, Lycan, Lancer, Razor, Rubix, Seth, and Visk H. Whatever. I don't know how to say his name. Those heroes I kind of messed up on because the gameplay wasn't recording. And I was trying to redo them again and retry them. I was getting upset because one of the heroes was. It's like I'm trying to win again and it can't. It's not working. It just kind of, I don't want to blow up a blood vessel. So, and I try to get this video done as quickly as I can because it's taking me longer than it's supposed to. So I'm just letting you know. With all those 9 heroes missing, I can give you a quick rundown of who I like and who I don't like, and if I learn it again. Out of all of them, I like Darkseeker, Linda, Rubik's, Phantom Lancer, and Visgard. Those are really good characters. They're really fun to use. Like Darkseeker, I know he's more made for support because he's still got like a energy, like a speed boost stats. He got like a suction thing, and he got a barrier, and his ultimate actually makes a little barrier. So those are pretty cool. Kind of, he's made for support, but he does it really good. And he has a Aegis rod ability that is like a sucker punch. He does like additional damage, but honestly, I feel like he's not really like a core character made there for support and helping out other people to get stronger. And because once he does a level 6, he does like a little barrier. Once he does his barrier, any enemy heroes that goes through it makes a copy and start fighting each other. And that's pretty awesome because you combine that with his other ability that kind of sucks in everyone. You suck everyone in, everyone gets cloned, and everyone starts fighting with each other. Kind of helps to stop momentum from the enemy team pushing. So that's pretty awesome. And Phantom Lancer is another good hero that I like because he makes like shadow clones and he fights with them. It does damage. It doesn't last as long, but it does damage. It's pretty awesome. I like that about him. And he's made for either attacking enemies or pushing enemies because he does his ninjutsu. Those people fight and attack, do damage, and he can walk away and disappear. So when enemy comes to attack him, they don't know which one's the real one unless you dispel all of them. But that's besides the point. But he's pretty fun to use. Rubik was awesome. I like him a lot. He has like the vibes of Zeus, but doesn't. He got the lightning strike. He has a little bit that looks like lightning strike. What else I could say? Oh, he has a copied ability, and he gets casting range longer when leveled up. Honestly, it's pretty awesome. Especially you get the Aggie rod in there. You get not one copy spell, you get 2. So you literally can steal almost anyone's ability that they use last. You copy it and you have it in your inventory abilities. So he's pretty cool. It took me a while to get used to him, but he was pretty good. I like him a lot. And as going for Linda was actually an exciting character. She's made for pushing really hard because once she starts with her magic attack abilities, and that when you keep using your magics, it stacks up with her passive that makes it go attack faster. So if you do her stun attack, her firebird, and that basically increases her passive attacks and makes her fight faster. And then her level 6, she does like a lightning bolt that's like pure magic. It does a hell of a lot of damage. And she's pretty awesome like that. And Bisgate, or I don't know how to say his name, but for him, for being a flame creature and having 2 of like servants that can help him fight, those are really awesome because they can actually fight for you on the jungle, get coins for you, or they can help you fight with heroes or creeps, whatever you say. But when you're fighting with heroes, they have an ability. Once you level them up after level 1, they can be able to stun you. So if you drop 1 at a time and you can stun them, you can stun lock a enemy hero and take more advantage and use your other abilities to stop them. So that's pretty cool. I like that about that a lot. I really like it. It took me a long time to get used to it because by the 3rd game, I started realizing like, I started dropping both of them at the same time. I could hit 1, drop 1, fight, drop the other one, fight, raise them, and then re-drop it again. If you time it right, you can stun lock an enemy hero for a good long time. And for the rest of the heroes that I'm missing, Listrak, Lycan, Razor, and Seth, those Lycan is alright. I feel like I can get better with him, but just gotta learn. I gotta learn how to use him because I feel like he's more like works really well with another hero with him, like synergize, like a synergy team, so he can actually show his output. Razor, same way. I think people can play him as really good as mid lane and it become core and it gets stronger as the game is. But for me, I felt like I needed to be with somebody so I could build them up as more and more because I kept losing a lot of games with him. I had a hard time picking everything up. Same thing goes with Seth. Both characters are really good, but I feel like I'm not doing good with either one of them because I don't know if you guys have the same way, but when you're playing with a hero and you feel like you're doing good, you're doing good, and there's the other heroes like even though you're getting a little bit of kills, but you feel like you're not doing that well. Like you feel like you did something wrong with the abilities. But just that's just me. It's just me going off the off the whim. But like I said, I don't know. And for the last one, that goddamn List Rack or List Rock, whatever his name is, that guy just it took me a long time. He was another one that I really, really, really don't know what to do as a support with him. His stun takes a while to come out, but you have to time a lot. It takes a while to get used to. Honestly, I lost a shit ton of games with him. I was really annoyed by that. But yeah, I'm sorry I didn't record it, guys. I really am sorry. But let's go on to at least actually a little more gameplay. Actually, the next hero, and that's actually Bloodseeker. All right, so we can start off with Bloodseeker too. I'll be honest with you, Bloodseeker is actually really, really fun. I actually had fun with him because I don't know his abilities, the things you can do. He can push. He can kind of get people trying to push you. Can kind of neutralize certain people because his abilities. It's awesome. Like the Blood Rage, it kind of gives you. It's like a self heal, or you can heal your allies to give them extra speed and it amplifies your magic stuff. So imagine using that and attacking people, especially if you chain with like lifesteal, with weapons with half lifesteal. Man, that's ridiculous. I like that. I like that a lot, especially when you max it out. It goes even crazier. And then his second ability will be the Blood Right. I think I said it right. But that ability is basically just like was like a symbol in the floor. It looks like he's summoning something or doing something to stop people. Kind of silence the people, and it does damages too. So by doing those little combos with him, it kind of gets it stronger. So you do the Blood Rage with the Blood Right, it kind of does more extra damage to him. And what makes it even interesting too, if you use it with the Rupture, that's his level 6 ability. I skipped one ability, but I'll let you know right now. But when you use that, you can play with the enemy's heroes from not running away, because either way they're gonna get damage. So doing that and the Blood Right, you're giving it the enemy heroes to decide what the hell to do. Unless you're Phantom Assassin, you can kind of teleport away. So that's a different story. But it's kind of interesting you can do that. You can blink too. Or not. I'm not 100% about the blink. I gotta read into that one. But that's pretty cool. I like doing that. And it's like a third ability before you get the Rupture. It's called Thirst. So basically, he gets faster. He can chase you down. So I think when the enemy has low health or you have low health, he gets a little bit faster. So he starts chasing you down. Like he ain't going to escape from him. He's like a tiger chasing a fat kid. You know what I'm saying?
Come on, guys,
but
wait up!
It's really interesting. I like his abilities and all that. And then I know he has another shard ability you get. I haven't used it. It's called Blood Mist. That's what it's called, Blood Mist. I don't know too much depth about that, but all I know is that it kind of unlocks when you unlock Rupture, and it does is I think it does damages to the people because it just like basically Bloodseeker just throw blood from his body, and it damaged people. But I'm not 100% what it does. What it does. I haven't used it too much because I was getting distracted using the Blood Right with the Blood Rage and with the Rupture. I haven't given enough time to practice with it or to use the Blood Mist, but it's really fun. Honestly, he was that character I actually played like 3, 4, 5, 6 hours nonstop. And yes, I like a couple matches, but overall, he's actually a really fun character. He's easy to pick up, and compared to like using Sniper and all that, I think I prefer using Bloodseeker more than Sniper. That's my opinion. Don't bite that. The messenger. Anything else I got about him? Not really. It's that if you guys use them, let me know. But overall, I feel like he's a character I really want to get better with too down the road. He's like, hey man, I got a handful of people I'm getting there the more I do the Heroes Challenge and how fun they are. I thought like half of the people that I'm gonna play, wasn't gonna like them. But for now, as I'm going, as a second row I'm at right now, I have a couple of people I don't mind using again. But that's besides the point. This can continue for the next hero, and that will be with the Druid. He was pretty fun to use. He's actually he's a range hero with a pretty cool perk into it. He has actually the first ability we call this the True Summoning Bear, Spirit Bear. It kind of has a bear next to you, so you can fight along with creeps or heroes and all that stuff. It's pretty interesting that actually even the bear kind of gets ability as a level up, because at level 1 I think only gets the return button. And that's about it. And then after that he levels up again. He gets a Savage Roar. It gets Entangling Claw, so it kind of just stuns a person for not moving and all that stuff. That's actually really interesting. I first didn't know too much about him. I know I lost a couple of matches with him, but as the matches goes, I was actually doing really well. Actually, I did one game. I did 10 kills straight. I'm not mistaken. But the first ability is actually cool. It kind of, you get used to what you're doing and you level up the bear, and then you have to get the bear leveled up to use his other abilities called the Spirit Link. And the Spirit Link is kind of links the Druid with the Spirit Bear, so it doesn't, does not affect other players' units. So it uses lifesteal and amplifies it and gives it bonus armor. So it, vice versa, work for both ways. And it's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. I like that ability a lot. Honestly, it's the first thing you have to do. You kind of ignore the Savage War till later, for like after you maxed out both of them. Once you do, you go for that one. And the Savage War basically does, I think it just boosts up your allies on speed and attack speed, all that mumbo jumbo stuff. But I don't usually use it too much. I was most focusing using the Spirit Link and the summoning bear, the Spirit Bears, stuff like that. And last week, you roll up to is called actually the True Form. So he becomes actually a huge ass bear. He does a shit ton of damage. He's actually really fast, and he also gets the same ability with the bear does. It does that tangling claw, so it will stun the person. So imagine having that and increasing your attack range and increasing speed. It kind of comes up more often. So that's pretty interesting. I really like that. I like that combo. That's actually one of the first characters I've done. You can check my profile. I actually did a tank killing spree. I was actually pretty excited. That's the first time I did that, because I feel like most of the heroes I don't do too hot. I always feel like I'm doing shitty with them. So doing something like that kind of get me a little bit, got me hyped. I liked it a lot. I really enjoyed it. It's pretty awesome. Druid at the moment, he's pretty cool. So he's no one. He's another one in the pockets. I wouldn't mind using him again or get better with him. But like I say, for now, I'm just seeing what I like from each hero and what I like until once I start getting into the ranking. I know it's a big step for me. I know doing solo queuing is hard, especially starting. Well, I'm starting out, so most likely I'll be low MMR, but that's besides the point. But I know once it's starting, I know it's going to change a lot, and I got to start learning counters and synergies and all that, etc., stuff. And I did talk about a lot of stuff. He was actually really easy to pick. He wasn't hard to talk about. Nothing negative to say. I felt like he was actually really fun to use. He's pretty good to use. Overall, I got nothing to complain with him, so I can't say nothing much besides let's talk about the next hero, and that will be the Legion Commander. And here we go with Legion Commander. I like her a lot. I really do like her a lot. She hits good. I like her level 6 ability. I like even her regular abilities. Like, if you think about the first ability we're going to talk about is the overwhelming odds. It's literally like a bunch of arrows just fighting down in like a certain area of the cone or the area that you're throwing at. It does damage, and as you level up, it gets stronger. I know if you get the rod, you can actually get, I think the shard, you get actually stronger boost. So that's a pretty cool thing. It actually makes it good. It does awesome damage, does damage to creeps and does damages on heroes. So that's a good thing to have as a beginning. That's what I start on, unless you want to go crazy, try something different. But usually you use that to push, kind of like fight against the creeps, get creep golds, and try to keep a balance out. And after that, this comes the second ability, will be the press to attack. The press to attack is basically like self healing. She gets health regeneration and attack speed to the process. And once you actually level her up, I think you actually can get it to dispel certain things on you, or that way you be protected by certain things. I think spell immunity. So that's just really good. I really like that ability a lot about her. And, once you combine that with, then she got her passive ability. Her passive ability will be the moment of courage. So basically, when she's attacking, you got a slight chance that she's gonna do another attack. That will give a chance of life steal, so she gets life steal as she goes. So her percentage is amazing. Like, the percentage of a life steal gets back. It starts off low, like 55, I think, if I'm not mistaken, and it goes up all the way to 85%. And that's really good, honestly, especially if you use the attack with the momentum of courage passive. She's always getting health constantly. She don't lose health. Because the idea is that she's made to use a level 6, and her level 6 is actually called the duel. So she basically go one-on-one with a person and they fight. Whoever loses, they get 10 extra, damage attack. So you press on attack so you can get healed, you can get healed, increase your speed attack, and plus with your passive ability, the courage, you getting strong. You kind of destroy everyone, and then on top of that, because you're on a duo, you kind of can't use no abilities or nothing. Just literally one-on-one fight. It's like you're doing like a what the hell is that? Like a fight club. You just fight in the middle there, and whatever happens, happens. Win or lose, if you lose, you lose. You don't get nothing. If you win, you get something out of it. The type of situation. It's pretty awesome. Her ability is really good. I like everything about her. There's no like to go in depth with her, nothing like that. I like her a lot. She's one like popular character in the Dota community. Everyone likes using her. Everyone does like. Even I like using her. So with her, you got to be careful what you build, and you got to build certain things to help you out to get stronger. That way, she won't lose duels. Because once you start losing duels, other people start getting the advantage of what you get. So you gotta be careful what you're doing with her. There's not a lot of crazy stuff I have to talk about her or say. It's just that's really easy to use. I really like her. There's nothing else to say per se until I get more in depth into the character and learn more about it. That's something I need to do as a video if I'm just thinking about it. But that's me going off and going too fast on something that I haven't even done yet. I haven't finished the Heroes Challenge yet. So that's besides the point, and then nothing else I can say, so we can move on to the next character. We're going to talk about the Master of the Brewmaster. Honestly, I don't really care for him too much, to be honest with you guys, but he was okay. The only thing I kind of liked it because he's a Brewmaster. He's a guy that drinks, gets drunk, and just fights like that. It's pretty cool about it. It's pretty awesome. And his abilities are okay. Honestly, I think I'm downplaying it most likely. If I'm not, just let me know in the comments below. But for the abilities I can go start off, I can say is the Thunderclap. You start off, it's basically slams it on the floor, and anyone around him, that radius that they're having will be slowed down, and their attack speed slows down, so they hit slower. And you do more damage as you level up. As a second ability, he actually throws beer at you. It's called the Cinder Brew. The Cinder Brew, what it does, it just throws stuff, and then it just slows you down on your movement speed, but it gives you some damage if you have the passive ability to be called the Drunken Brawler. But both combined together, if you use it, it does extra damage. So if you're doing this game, I think you ignore Thunderclap until the end, and you max out the Cinder Brew. If I'm not mistaken, if I remember doing it, I think I maxed out the Thunderclap, and then I maxed out the Drunken Brawler. That's the first thing I maxed out, the Drunken Brawler, because that ability, what it does is gives you 3 different stands, and I really didn't care for the Earth stance and the Storm stance, because the Earth stance gives you resistance, and no, I really don't care too much about it. I just care about having, anyways, I don't really care about magic resistance. I'm gonna put it like that. And the Storm stance just gives you evasion, so you can dodge attacks, or I think it's just bullshit in my opinion. And the Fire stance, it just grants you 24 chance to crit for 145%. So that's pretty good. And then when you max it out, it goes 190. So imagine doing that crit bonus and hitting more than a 190. If it's top of that, I was thinking if I put more items that has a higher crit chances, imagine what type of damage you do with the Cinder Brew, with the Drunken Brawler. So he will do crazy damage. I know with that too, with the Drunken Brawler, if you use that Aggie Shard onto it, it gives you another ability called the Void. The Void stand just gets you 20% resistance of the Brewmaster and applies 25% slow on 2 seconds on stat resistance and all that crazy mumbo jumbo. To be honest, I didn't even use the Void stand as much. I kind of ignored it. I know if you get the Aggie Spectre, you get another stance, and it's called the Primal Companion. I'm not 100% sure what it does. I think it does increases your casting range, but I'm not 100% sure. I have to mess with it, to be honest with you. But that's besides the point, besides anything. That's not even the level 6, to be honest with you. And the level 6 is actually, I use that when I'm about to die. It's called the Primal Split. So he just splits on 3 different elements: Earth, Wind, and Fire. Literally, he's like an airbender, but all in one. Anyways, it protects you from. I use that to protect myself when I'm about to die, so I can use my 3 different spirits, because each spirit has its own ability. The Earth does actually, he can hurl a rock at you. It does stun, and he's spelling you, and you can't get hurt. And I think he does something called Demolish. It does extra damage. While the storm actually has dispel magic. It dispels any magics, and it casts cyclone too, so it keep the person still. So that's pretty awesome. And it has another ability. It's called the Wind Walk. I don't know too much about it. I think it just provides. It's for me what it says. Most likely is like movement speed. While the fire does damage per second, it does that permanent immolation. It does damages around people around him. The permanent phase, he's resistant to fire, and then you got the. That's about it he has. And the void stance, I don't know too much about it, but from what I hear, it's called the Astro Pulse. It just causes them to move slower. The spirits, I don't use them too much. I wasn't focused and thinking about it because honestly, still don't understand too much about the Brewmaster. But from what I see is, I don't know how to use them, so I can't say anything. The only thing I was focusing was on crit. If I was wrong, just let me know in the comments below how to use the Brewmaster. But for now, I was focusing on crit. I saw a video, after reading my book of secret arts, I found that people were trying to use it as crit. So I was like, hey, if they're gonna do that, I could probably do it. I was wrong. Took me a while to be honest with you, but I did it. But he was fun to use. But would I use him again? I don't know. Not at the moment. Until get better acknowledgement of the game and better macroing, because I know you have to use the spirits, and to use the spirits you have to be really well and kind of gotta learn how to put your keys in the certain areas of the characters. That way you know what you're doing with. But for now, I don't have a lot of questions with him to use or say, so I got nothing else to say. So we can jump on to the next hero, and the next hero will be Outward, if I'm not mistaken. So let's check him out. So let's talk about the Outer World Destroyer. I actually like the design. I like how he looks. He looks like a badass demon type of hero. But his ability thing ain't that bad. I like him how he is. I feel like he's a really good disabler to stop people. And then if you build him up with the right items, he's really strong. Really, really strong. I really like that about this character. Not character, hero. You know what I mean. Anywho, let's talk about the first ability. The first ability is not even that hard, actually. It's called the Arcane Orb. What it basically does it's like the frost arrow tips from Druid. It just hits a person and it takes out extra damage into it. Yes, it does take out a percentage of your mana out of it, but if you think about it, in the long run, there's a reason why. It doesn't matter. Even though the difference, I think this one's better than the Druid's ability to hit people with it. I think it's better because what he has is a passive move. But we get to it though, but the Arcane Orb does damages. I think it does damage 13% and maxes out to 16%. And that's not bad. That's actually good. It does extra damage. It does a good job. I like it a lot. I really like this move a lot. Especially at first, in the beginning, I use it. I toggle it because I don't like doing auto cast until I get to later on of my levels. That way I can get myself back to normal. But overall, it wasn't bad. Because the way how I stop people, I use that move and then I mix up with the second ability. It's called the Astral Imprisonment. So it kind of just does damage and imprisons them in the middle, and it steals their actually intelligence. And based on that, you get extra damage from what I remember. But it's a really good ability. I really like it a lot, and that what makes it even better if you have the Aggie Spectre upgrade. It gives you a charge and increased damages, and the area gets bigger. It's really good, really good. It's the only character that has both. You can use a shard and the Spectre to get extra stuff out of it, and that's really awesome. I liked about this, especially this can help out like to pinpoint a certain hero that you're trying to not stop, so that way you can push through. I liked it a lot because I know this map I was struggling with certain characters and I was trying to piss them first before they have the momentum to keep attacking, and then you take advantage of that situation. And that's really cool. I like how this hero per se is the way how he stops certain heroes from the tracks and all this. Unless you have, the monkey bar that can help you from magic, but besides that, but in the early stages, if you can get the ball rolling with him, I think it gets really strong. Because with those two abilities alone, it protects you a lot. It helps you a lot what you do in any situation. And then especially now when you start leveling up and getting higher level, his passive ability, that's actually called the Essence Flux. So it gives you a restored percentage of your mana each time you cast anything you use. So you get it back. I think it starts off your max restore you get to 55 and you start off at 25. So that's really awesome. So you don't ever kind of get you never lose your mana as long as you get that, you max that out. And that's no point to use no mana boots or anything like that towards the late game because you are getting your mana back no matter what you waste. And his level 6, bro. I love the level 6 of his. The way how the animation works on it is freaking awesome. Like, this is a character I want to get better with because I don't know how you have to use. I know you have to, if you use imprisonment and you hit him with the orb, and then based on that, because I think the imprisonment you steal some damage from him, and then you can use that with that sanity eclipse. That's the level 6 ability I'm going to show you. It does extra damage. It's really strong, really good. I really like this. I love using that move, especially when you start like nuking certain things, certain areas. It's phenomenal. Like this hero, I want it. That's like one of the heroes I can fall back to. Learning to, if I ever play rank, I can kind of learn how to get better with this character and how to use it. And it's not like the type of characters that I'd be like, all right, it's cool. I don't mind using it again. No, this character wouldn't mind getting better with it. He's on the same level as the Void. Because I like his art, I like his design, how he is, the way how he walks. He's just floating with a little specter in his hand. It's pretty awesome. I like that about him. Anything else I can say at the moment? Not really. I got nothing to say. I got nothing, in depth to talk about. The only thing I like is his ability is really good. I like how he can stop people, and he can, when he gets strong enough, he can actually destroy people one-on-one. This level 6, and it's not even complex. It's a character yet you can learn as much as you can, and you can pick it up as you go. And overall, I got nothing crazy to say about him too much, but it's a character that if people are watching this video, I'll be like, hey, I recommend you giving him a shot. If you're try something different or different hero, I'll recommend give this hero a shot. If I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong. But overall, I recommend this hero for anyone. And that's about it at the moment I got with the Outworld Destroyer. Anyways, I got nothing else, and besides, the only thing I got left now is just the following guy will be Sniper. Actually, Sniper is the next character coming up. All right, lastly, for the last hero that I got is actually Sniper. Sniper is actually the most popular character in the game. If he's not banned, he usually is picked. So he's really a character that's really popular. Since I've been playing this game, I've been seeing a lot of people pick him when he's not banned. Because his ability is amazing. All his abilities are really good. They all do good. I haven't tried one of them, but besides the point, everything else is good. His sharp no ability, repeat that again nicely, is really good. It does area damage. Is radius. It's not that bad. It's big, but not huge. But it's like a decent size. And it got 3 charges, so it does damage. And it slows people down, especially when you're trying to kill someone and you're trying to chase them down. You can actually prevent them from not moving as fast as you can, and that's really good. And honestly, that's a really strong move to have, that he has. And top of it, you get 3 charges of that. So if you just put it back to back, the person is screwed, unless he kind of like pivots out of the way. But once you're in the center of the circle, it's harder to get out of it. And once you max it out, it does more damage as you go. I think it does 25 at the beginning. And then once you max it out, the ability does 70 per hit. And depends how long. I think the durations, I think it lasts us about 10 seconds. So imagine 10 seconds at 70. It's 70. That's 700 if I'm not mistaken. If I'm gonna do my multiplication correctly, that's pretty strong as for Sniper. Like there's not a lot of stuff to talk to him about, to say about him, like negative. That is really strong character. Like his second ability be the headshot. His headshot does extra damage. So it slows a person down. It stuns them a little bit, slows it down, and it does extra damage. And I was like, dude, this is crazy, bro. It's like, no wonder he's really sought after. Like, headshot, when it starts off, it does 20 extra damage, and then it maxes out at 110. And then when it does hit, the movement speed slows down by 100%, and attack slows down by 100. And it does a little bit of knockback. And it slows duration about 5 seconds, and the knockback duration is 0.1. It's a really strong moves, really strong, and there's nothing negativity. Honestly, you can pick them up. Just pick Sharpno as the first ability, and then you can go off anywhere you want. I usually max out the Headstrong first, Headshot first, and then I max out the Sharpno. Then I do the Take Aim. Take Aim, I just level up. Once you max out a certain level, you can't pick those 2. You have to pick another one. I picked Take Aim as the last one. But besides that, there's nothing else to stop. Because the take aim ability is the next ability, the third one in line. What it does is extends the range of the sniper, and it provides 100% headshot chances for 3 seconds. Slows and the casting time is quick. Passive attack, it goes from the low level, it starts from 100, maxes out to 400. It's speed. It just in range goes crazy in my opinion. How I'll put that. The take aim, it just increases more the attack range of sniper. The attack range starts at 650, it maxes out at 950. That's everyone cares about the range. That range, if you can't get a close up to him, there's no point to do anything, just to run away. The Aggie Shard, you get another ability, it's called Concussion Grenade. I actually haven't used it, I never think about using it, because by the end of the time, you don't even think about it, because honestly, I don't know what it does. I think it stuns people. It does a knockback distance. It does damage. It's 25. The range is not that bad, but hey, I think the first 3 abilities is all that matters. The concussion grenades, honestly, you don't need to use it because it doesn't do anything. Because by the time in 30-minute mark, you're already OP. You already got your Dragon Lancer. You got your Lightning Hammer. You got your, if you want to be even crazy, you use your the mask. You'll be hitting really hard. So you don't even think about using that to the late game. That's if you just want to play around with. And it's a level 6 ability. It's called Assassination. This has one of the big. Well, I think other characters might have other ranges, cast range, but for a guy that does long range, is like his cast range is 3,000, so it's really huge. It's a huge mark, and if you have low health and you try to run away, I think the level 1 assassination it does 320 and then maxes out at 700. So if people are timing it right and see you running away, they can take you out no matter how distance. I think even if you max out with if you have add the Spectre on top of it, I think you can fire it as fast on an enemy target. And then once you get the level 6 ability and you have the shard, you get the ability, the concussion grenade. But that's besides the point. Just get the Spectre upgrade. You get a quicker reload on the shots. And I think the cooldown's it's not even that long. I think it lasts the cooldown. I think it goes quick 10 seconds or so, if I'm not mistaken, the cooldown. Once you max it out, you can literally constantly use it no matter how far. And you can do that as a push attack too. I think Sniper is one of the strongest characters in the game. Well, it depends how you use him, but still, I think he feels like one of the strongest characters. There's not a negative thing to say about him, besides that he gets banned most of the games. That's about it. I can't say nothing more, so... Alright guys, so... It's actually been a long video. It took me a long time. Actually, it took me a long time to make the video because, like I said before, I've been having a hard time playing this game because it gets hard to get. I'm trying to get dubs most of this game. I try to win. I'm trying to learn a little bit of the character, instead of just playing them, win, and then just go to the next one. I like learning the characters a little bit to see I just want to get a feel of the character if I'm determined I want to learn more about the character or not. So, sorry if it took a long time. I'm just trying to get there as I go. I'm trying to pump up other videos too besides Dota. Right now, I'm going to have a couple of games I want to play with you guys or show you guys to see if you guys into it. But I really do appreciate you guys taking the time watching the videos. Subscribe to my channel if you guys want more content of Dota. And other videos I'm going to come out with. I'm going to make some little retro games, a little bit of fighting games when you try to get into and other stuff. So, stay tuned for that, guys. So, thanks for taking the time to watch my video, guys. I do really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.